He's been at her side as Royal Consort for longer than any other in British history. For more than 57 years, the Duke of Edinburgh has set his own ambitions aside to support the Queen. February the 6th, 1952 was the day his life changed forever. King George VI had died, Philip's young wife was now monarch, and he her consort.
There was no rule book that explained what he should do. There hadn't been anyone like him since Prince Albert. That was a completely different reign anyway. Victoria, it was another age. So he's carved out this role for himself. He's been a pioneer. He's in many ways, he's probably done more to modernise the modern monarchy than anybody else.
One of his greatest achievements has been setting up the Duke of Edinburgh award scheme to help young people.
The Duke chatted to employees who've been with the company for many years.
He's taken up a number of causes from British industry to the environment and has never been afraid to speak out.
And inevitably, if you try and say something which appears at the time to be relevant, it may irritate some people. They may find that it's perhaps not very sensible. There's an awful lot of things that if I was to read them now, I'd say, well, good God, I wish to God I hadn't said that.
Over the years, he's developed a reputation for being gaffe-prone. On one occasion, he told British students in China they'd be slitty-eyed if they stayed too long. On another, he asked Aborigines whether they still threw spears at each other.
I'll never forget the look on the chap's face. It just absolutely fell, and he was completely shocked. Philip doesn't intend to give offence, and the next day we actually met him at a press reception in Brisbane, and of course by then the story was headlines all over the world. And he came over to us, saw us all standing there, the press pack, and he came up and he said, "You've got no sense of humour whatsoever, a complete absence of humour." So he just thought it was funny.
While his wife is head of state, Philip is head of the family, and his influence should not be underestimated.
He is someone who doesn't take easily to compliments, but he has quite simply been my strength and stay all these years. And I and his whole family, and this and many other countries, owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim, or we shall ever know.
How are you, sir? Are you well, sir?
Well, do I look ill?
At 87, he is already the oldest spouse of a reigning monarch, and now the longest serving. But there'll be no fanfare for this latest milestone. Prince Philip will spend the day quietly at Windsor with his wife of 6 decades by his side. Sarah Hughes, Sky News.